Good afternoon, Guyana, and welcome to Edu 99.7 FM. And this is Sports and You, this interactive program that brings you news, reviews, and interviews, and a little bit of information to help you be a better version of yourself. I am your humble host, Paul Musa, and I'll take you through the next 55 minutes or so. Today's program is packed. For today, we will be having ticket giveaways. I will let you know what's hot in the world of sports and in Guyana, in the world of sports in Guyana. Also, my feature athlete is a special one. She, as I will let a little cat out the bag, she is a special one. We will meet her later and we will learn all about her. So, let's go. On the sports buzz, it is all Wonder Girl. It is all Wonder Girl, Tiana Springer. Yo, so the Carifta Games have started over there in the Bahamas, and the Wonder Girl, Tiana Springer, has won Guyana's first gold. And we should be cheering all across Guyana, for Carifta Gold is not very common to us because we go up against the mighty Jamaicans, the Bahamians, and all the other Caribbean nations. And what made this one special is that she came off a plane the same day and copped gold in a final. Let's see. So as the article says, Wonder Girl, it's all over the back page of every edition of the newspaper. It says Wonder Girl Tiana Springer springs gold for Guyana. Roberts takes silver. Booker grabs bronze on the eventful Carifta Games Day 1. The Stabroek Sport carries it. Late arriving team Guyana snatch gold, silver, and bronze. Mere hours after arriving in Bahamas on a late charter, Tiana Springer changed into her spikes and earned Guyana's first gold medal of this year's 50th edition of the Carifta Games. Springer, 16 years old, had a late surge in the final 50 meters of the women's 400-meter under 17 final to earn the top podium spot in a personal best of 54.32 seconds. Now, it's a trending story, so I can get into the detail of that. I watched the race. The end was so special that 50 meters to go, the commentators were not even talking about her as yet. You know, they were all focused on the Jamaican up front. You know, and there was a two-way battle for first, and she came on the outside lane. So she overcame all obstacles to win this race. So she arrived the same morning. She missed the preliminary. She had to run a time by final. She had to run a time to get into the final, and then in the final, I'm guessing God works in mysterious ways. For the commentators were saying they did not get a chance to see her run, because maybe then she might have been a threat. You know, they might have focused on her a bit. But she was totally dark horse in the event. So she came out, had an outside lane because she didn't run in the earlier heats, so she didn't get a good lane. So she had the outside lane, which is usually a bad lane for those who are into athletics, and came off the turn way down about 4th or 5th, and then ran like a beast. That almost brought tears to my eyes. If anybody who's Guyanese saw that race and did not bring tears to you, you are not Guyanese. She ran past them within like the last 20 meters, just sailed past the two leaders and got Guyana gold. I think I will dedicate a little 5 minutes or so to discuss the obstacles she had to overcome to get that goal. For there were other great good athletes on the day that probably could have done better, but we understand that they flew in the same day and had to compete. As a former athlete, myself, and still a competing athlete, at least in other disciplines, I know how hard it is to come off a plane and compete the next day, much less the same day. So as we continue with the article, just to give you some more on what happened, the teen star bested the likes of Jamaica's Jody and Daly, who also ran 53.32 because it was a close finish. St. Kitts Deschanel Thomas, who ran 55.46, who joined her on the podium at the Thomas Robinson Stadium. Springer shook off the physical and mental fatigue of arriving on the day of competition and having to run a time trial after missing her heat in the morning, as I said earlier, to win the quarter-mile event. It was a true display of grit and determination for the tall, talented athlete. Meanwhile, Javon Roberts earned Guyana's second medal, a silver, in the male 1500 under 17 final. So big up to Javon Booker. He also did well. Any medal at Carifta Games is tough, much less coming off a plane and getting one. He played silver. He got silver in the 1500 of the under 17. Roberts started the 3-medal haul for Guyana, for Team Guyana, on the opening day of the competition, which saw most of the athletes and officials arriving in Nassau at the 11th hour after several travel arrangements fell through. You know, sometimes we can't focus on the journey there. I'm guessing a full-fledged inquiry and inquest into those circumstances, and I hope, as someone who loves sports, that these kind of situations can be corrected in the future. It is absolutely unfair to athletes to arrive on the day of competition and face all the jet lag and the mental and physical fatigue of competing the same day. You're coming off a plane with your legs stiff and your back hurting and all that unfair stuff. So Roberts did well. Sion Booker finished on the podium in the 1500 in the male under 20 final. He earned a bronze and he ran 4 minutes 8 seconds, 8.38 seconds to get that bronze. Atoya Harvey, who was gold medalist from last year's edition of the Carifta Games, she was battling fatigue and finished 4th. You see what I'm talking about? Atoya Harvey, who was by far one of the best athletes in the Caribbean region or in the Carifta region, the fatigue was just too much for her. So it even emphasizes how almost miraculous it was for little Springer to not just win that Carifta medal, but run a personal best just coming off a plane. That is like a miracle. And cheers to her. And I'm guessing she will be running in 200, I hope, and trying to get us some more medals. Today is day 2. The 800s and the 200s are going to go down, and we will stay in touch with those in the Carifta Games, and we wish Team Guyana good luck across there in the Carifta Games. And as we turn our attention to cricket, international cricket is going down. The IPL is on its way. Everybody who are cricket fans are glued to their televisions. And our nation's boy, Shimron Hettimaya cameo helps the Royals beat the Capitals. So Shimron Hettimaya, as the article says, West Indies batting enigma, Shimron Hettimaya produced a flashy cameo as Rajasthan Royals won their second game in 3 outings with a comfortable 57-run victory over Rovman Powell's Delhi Capitals in the Indian Premier League here yesterday. The Royals raised 199 for 4 of their turnovers. England's Josh Butler slamming 79 from 51 deliveries, and 21-year-old Indian left-hander Yashavi Jaiswal got 60 from 31 balls. The left-hander Hettimeyer, who has not turned out for West Indies in 8 months and was controversially missing for their T20 World Cup, smashed an unbeaten 39 from 21 deliveries to energize the back end of the innings. So they ended up winning the match. For the Capitals, only responded with about 142. So the impetus provided by our boy Shimron Hettimeyer saw the Rajasthan Royals over the line, and good to see our batting enigma back in some good form. As we turn our attention to MMA, there is an MMA event going down today at the Gymnasium in Mandela Avenue. All eyes on the Muay Thai fighter Jonathan Sunich, who is the son of the Trophy Style owner, and he is a professional of Ramesh Sunich, CEO of Trophy Style. He's an overseas-based Guyanese MMA Muay Thai fighter with numerous wins under his name. And the event that's going down there at the Gymnasium, you will want to see, for it is entitled, it said, competitors from Suriname and host country Guyana will today battle for trophies and bragging rights when the undiscovered martial arts championships get underway at the Guyana National Gymnasium, Mandela Avenue, from 9 a.m. So it's going down over there right now. Those martial arts fans, get down there. There's martial artists from Suriname and Guyana, some of the best you've seen, and even our overseas-based Jonathan Sunich, he will be putting his good skills on show over there. So get down there for all martial arts fans. So today is all about CrossFit. So there's a little article there. Banks DIH to hydrate athletes at the CARES CrossFit Caribbean Championships. The conglomerate Banks DIH Limited is the latest entity to provide corporate backing to this year's edition of the CARES CrossFit Caribbean Championship. Through their company's Rainforest Water, athletes, officials, and patrons will remain hydrated during their workouts and the duration of the competition, which is set for this weekend at the National Park and the National Aquatic Center. Apart from Rainforest Water, fans, officials, and athletes will also be replenished by Banks Malta and Powerade. So Banks has come on board, and they are in support of CARES Caribbean CrossFit, which will go down. I will tell you a little more as the program goes on, for it is all about CrossFit. I will even have tickets to give away. So those who are joining us on the live, those who are joining us on Edu 99.7 FM, the number you can text or call to answer the questions is 697 7750 697 7750. We will be right back with the next segment, our hot topic, after an interlude of music.
It really really meant a lot to me.
You're listening to Edu FM, the home of family edutainment. You're listening to Edu FM, the home of family edutainment.
May the good Lord be with you down every road you roll. And may sunshine and happiness surround you when you're far from home. And may you grow to be proud, dignified and true.
And we are back with Sports and You right here on 99 Edu 99.7 FM with your boy, your humble host, Paul Musa. We are back with the hot topic. The hot topic is going down, people. The Cares Caribbean CrossFit Games. It is here. The moment you've waited for is here, people. April 15th and 16th at the National Aquatic Center and the National Park. So it is a 2-day event, just for your viewing pleasure, just for all those fitness fans. 2 days, and it's over 40 athletes from over 6 countries. And here it is, over $5 million in cash and prizes. So for those who are into fitness, it is payday. That's what we're talking about going down there at Cares. So all the top athletes from around the region will be descending upon Guyana the April 15th and 16th. Mark that date on your calendar and get your tickets. Also, they will have a guest host. Guyana's very own Tamika Marshall will be the guest host for the games. So they will have athletes like our very own overseas based champion of Champions, Dylan Mahadio, will be coming all the way down from England to do his thing down here to represent our soil, to represent Guyana. Our 2022 Guyana Fitness Games champion Omisi Williams will also be out there. Delise Adonis, former champion as well. Delise the Beast will be representing our soil. So our Guyana's guard will be protected by a whole lot of top athletes. But coming in to challenge us, we have people like Ravine Dat from Suriname, and there's the Trinidad champion, Mr. Snag, that will be coming down. Ava from Suriname, who was a past winner as well of the games. They will all be here in Guyana. So don't miss the date. April 15th and 16th. The 16th more so at the National Park, starting from 12 o'clock. Just get your tickets and get down there to the National Park. Tickets are $5,000 for VVIP. That gets you up close and personal, and $1,000 for the regular tickets. No worry, you'll be close enough to see the action as well, but you should tell a neighbor, tell a friend, buy a ticket and get down there. The prizes just, they've asked me to advertise the prizes right here, and it says the male and female categories will be taking home first prize $3,500 US. First prize cold hard cash. Second prize will be $2,500 US. Both male and female will be taking that home. Third prize $1,500. Sorry, that's US dollars. Fourth prize $1,000. Fifth prize $500. And for every event win, you will get $250 US. It is going down. Excuse me. It is going down there next weekend at the Aquatic Center and the National Park. All you fitness fans, come down to Cares Caribbean CrossFit. Now, for my giveaway, the number to dial or WhatsApp is 697-7750. Now, I'll give about 2 questions, and if those are you have now until the duration of the program to text or call in with your answer. And the question is, if you can name for me the first and second place finishers from the last Cares CrossFit Games, which would be the Caribbean Games, in the male or female category, you give me the first 2 finishers, I will give you 2 free tickets to the games. And second question, if you can give me date, let me see, year and month of the last installation of the Cares Caribbean CrossFit Games, I'll give you 1 free ticket to the game. So, first question, first place finishers in the male, female, or masters category from the last edition of the games, you get 2 tickets. And if you can give me just the date, correct to the month, of the last installation of the Cares Caribbean CrossFit Games, I will give you 1 free ticket. You will be in the stand watching the games free of charge. So that's all for the hot topic right now. After a brief interlude of music, you will meet our featured guest for today. And remember, you can still call in or text in that answer at any time. And you will get those tickets. So you have from now until the end of the program. I'm seeing I have just about 25, 30 minutes more. You have to text or call in with your answer. So we'll be right back after a brief interlude of music as you meet my guest and our featured athlete for today.
Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts, giving me everything inside and out. And love strange, so real in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change may pull us apart. When a light gets into your heart, baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Will you stand above me? Look my way, never love me. Rain keeps falling down, down, down. Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling down, 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 down. My feeling will win in the end. I won't harm you or touch your defenses. Vanity, insecurity. Don't you forget about me. I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Going to take you apart. I'll put us back together. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. As you walk on by, will you come running?
And welcome back to Sports and You. For those of you who have now joined us, we've come down to that segment where we have someone in the hot seat. Now, it's usually we feature an athlete or administrator in the sports world that's obviously 100% Guyanese. So today, I have with me in studio, and you guys can sit down, get up, dance, do whatever, and make welcome with me the current 2 times national raw national powerlifting champion, female champion, Miss Keisha Abrigo. Welcome down to Sports and You right here on 99.7 FM. It's a pleasure to have you. She's also a multiple medalist at 2022 for Super Hour, or known as the South American Powerlifting Championship down there in Brazil. She went down there and came home with multiple medals. So she's not just Guyana's strongest female, but she's also a force to be reckoned with in the South American region. It is a pleasure to have you. Welcome down, Keisha.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you once again.
Okay, it is indeed a pleasure to have you. So how to start? I'm just amazed at a woman this strong. So quickly, powerlifting. You in my imagination of Ghana's strongest woman or any strong woman, you
We have
you
to look
don't
big, do
you
we?
you don't fit the bill. So when did all this powerlifting start?
So, what can I say? Most time in person here powerlifting, they kind of mix it up with weightlifting. They think you do that snatching and throwing of weights, but basically the discipline is consists of three lifts, which is squat, bench press, and deadlift. Three mean big, one rep maximum, one rep lift.
One rep maximum. So we have we had a good thing, and this is a good thing that we had a precursor last week where we had a powerlifter himself and the general secretary, Mr. Roger Rogers, who explained to the listening public about the three lifts. So at least our listening public has an idea what these lifts are. So the average guy goes into the gym and he deadlifts some weight. Most guys are satisfied with a 3 plate or 315-pound deadlift. To date, what has been your maximum deadlift? I am just curious.
So far, it has been actually 420. Yes, yes. The last one at gym. So yeah, that's max.
420 pounds. And my for our listeners, for our viewers, what is your competition body weight? At what body weight do you compete?
Well, my last competition will usually be roughly on the 151, so roughly 150, between 148 to 150 pounds.
So for our listening public, this is a female who weighs about 150 pounds, quite a normal sized female, and she's moving in our regular gym terms over 4 plates, over 400 pounds. Wow, just simply wow. What so that's your deadlift. Could it is just amazing. So you compete in what category do you compete?
So that's the 69 Raw Classic kg. So it's various weight classes ranging from, I think it's 52 all the way up to 84 plus kg. That's kg, people. We gotta do metric. So if you want to know the current weights in pounds, we just simply multiply it by 2.2 and you get the average of how much it is in pounds. But I'm currently in the 69 kg class at the moment.
So you are a 69 kg class lifter female that is taking two and a half times her body weight on the squat and the bench, on the squat and the deadlift. Wow. So yeah. So back to the original question: how long have you been a powerlifter?
Well, this year, January this year will make it 2 years. Because it all started when, okay, like COVID, as I say, COVID brought about many things. So usually I was trained CrossFit, as it was being announced. I started CrossFit, love CrossFit. However, due to the pandemic and everything being shut down, CrossFit games have been out since then. And a friend of mine said, okay, look, powerlifting is opening up. This when things were now about to open up in 2020. And he said, okay, why not try it out? Because as someone who's active in gym, need a purpose. Because we're not trained for CrossFit. Something needs to be done to keep the body in motion. So I just like, okay, let's start training for powerlifting. Let's see what it is. And here we are today.
quite an amazing story. So so your talents were realized in the midst of, let's say, the greatest adversity known to mankind, the pandemic. So what was a demotivation and a curse to most people turned out to be a blessing. It's something like your superpowers were realized during the pandemic. That is quite the story. So you started right there, just learning the discipline in 2020, and now today you have already secured two national titles, overall national titles, and how many medals? So, all right, let me try to categorize the questions. Um, how many times so far have you represented Guyana?
Once. That was last year at the FISUPO Games, as you mentioned, the South American powerlift and bench press competition. So that was my first international meet, and
And
I
how was that experience for you?
well, let's just say very different. One, to be in the continent of South America still, because it was held in Caçador, Brazil, and yet felt like if I was in winter, it was very enlightening and new experience. Because where we were in Brazil, it was mostly way down south,
Uh huh.
which is very cold apparently. We saw on the weather that it was cold, but it was the cold. It did not prepare you to how actually cold it was.
So just stick a pin right there. So when you see our athletes do amazing things, a part of the amazing is the adapting to new conditions. So it's not just like lifting home here in Guyana. About how cold was it? What was the coldest
Okay,
down there in
so
Castlegar?
normally, let me see. Daytime it will vary around 11 degrees, and at night almost 7
6.
6 degrees. So I always tell anyone I'm a tropical girl, sunny weather.
Warm
It
blooded.
might think I'm a warm blooded person. So being in those conditions was very, very, okay, say, not just harsh, but it took a while to adapt. Even trying to do what you normally do on a normal basis back home, it was very mentally and physically
Challenging.
challenging to
Yeah.
adapt to such conditions.
So it was challenging, and yet still, how many medals did you bring home?
I got four. That's uh, uh, third overall, uh, second in the deadlift, and third, three bronze in the squat
On the
and
bench.
bench press.
That see the amazingness of the athlete that I have in front of me. Conditions that were beyond her. Are you saying conditions that were beyond you, and still you managed to bring home South American, going up against the powerhouses of like Brazil and with world record holders? Because I might know a little bit of the athletes that were there, and your category, mind you, for those listeners out there, the 69 kilo category is usually the category that has the strongest, or the most competitive category at any powerlifting meet. For there's a simple science that the average fit female is somewhere between 140 to 150 pounds thereabout, which places them in the 69 kilo class. So it was no different over there, and in every case, rather, it took a world record holder, multiple world record holder, to defeat you. So the sky's the limit. I do hope that the next time you get out, you get some good weather, and it's it's less hard to adapt. You said you do have a love for CrossFit, and by the way, you are currently at the recently completed Guyana Fitness Games. You placed in the top five. Your fitness is no joke. So what inspires you to stay competitive in both disciplines?
I basically like practice what I preach. When persons see me at the gym or outside of the gym or any competition mode, they will always want, oh, how do you look sore? When they hear what you do, they realize that females can live and do these things. And I try to be an inspiration to others, especially female, that, okay, it's not just, oh, on a normal basis that you see, you don't look at again that you need to just okay tell a person do this. You actually have to live it,
Yeah.
and person have to see, okay, this person is not just okay a one time wonder, or just not just passing instructions or just giving advice. The person is actually going through the movement, putting their body through it, and letting the world, young girls especially, see that okay, you can do this, you can push your body to the limit, and you can still maintain being a female, having that feminine essence about you. You don't have to be the assumption if you lift strength, if you lift weights, that you're going to look like a burly looking
Okay.
guy. But there's an essence and a beauty to strength training
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
So thank you. So you just that is quite inspirational in itself to hear that part of what motivates you is just trying to motivate others. You somewhere in there it's implied that you train people as well.
Yes, I'm actually part-time trainer at Exodus Gym. That's a small plug. That's on David and Amaha Street. So you can find me there. I'm usually there in the afternoons. So as I said, when I'm training my clients or persons in the regular gym see me working out, they be like, "Oh, they can do that," or even the guys, they're like, "Oh, there's a girl almost stronger than me," or not almost, actually stronger than me. Most times it happens.
Yeah.
So it comes as a surprise to most people, and then seeing someone actually stronger than them or strong and looking like me,
Looking feminine. Yeah.
they're like, okay, we can do this. It's like,
So
don't be afraid of it.
so there you have it. I'll just stick that pin right there. That for those who are on the live, we can see, you can see that Miss Abrigo is quite feminine. She, so the myth. So it is a myth that if you lift weights, that you will become a man. You will not become a man. Miss Abrigo is living proof that is not true. Um, so, you said you're a part-time trainer. So, what is your occupation? What do you do?
So my day job is my day job is the administration officer within the HFLE department. That's the Health and Family Life department in the education system. That's within the Ministry of Education. That's one of the main departments that it has. So yes, the office girl, daytime trainer, nighttime.
So there you have it. As I told you, our guest today is quite the package. She's beauty, she's brains, she's brawn. Um, so Ministry of Education, she's one of your very own. So Edu, we bigging up our own right here in the house. Currently, 2 times Guyana's Raw national champion, regional medalist, and CrossFitter. Also a trainer, a personal trainer. That is quite the portfolio. So, just before you leave, one of my last questions: how do you find the balance? How do you do it?
Well, I think I sometimes I ask myself how also, because it is a struggle. It is a struggle between finding time to train. So I have clients and I do train very early in the morning. Sometimes I'm at the gym since 5 o'clock in the morning, then off to work for 8, and then back at the gym at 5. Sometimes it finish at 8, sometimes 9 o'clock, and then still try to balance. It's a balancing act. It really feels like a circus arena sometimes, but
Yeah.
with a little grace of God, we get through it day by day. We don't try to be overwhelmed, but we try to balance it as much as possible.
And that's great to hear that you have given God the praise for it. Nothing is possible. So do you, even as time goes when you're having fun, as we prepare to exit the show, so you are an athlete that is very inspirational in the fact that you do balance, you have the discipline to balance both the curricular and the co-curricular, and it has worked for you. For the young female in Radioland contemplating some form of change in terms of healthy lifestyle, or contemplating lifting some weights, any final words you'd like to leave with such a person, or just in general, you like to be a motivation, any final words you'd like to leave with the listening public to Sports and You today?
Well, what I will say, don't afraid to step out there. Don't afraid to test your limits. Don't be afraid of pushing yourself. And most important, don't be afraid what others may say. All you will hear the naysayers, you will hear the negative thoughts, you will hear the demotivators like why you're doing this, you don't have to, you don't look so, this won't happen, it's too much and all these things. But look at it as for you. It's your personal goal, it's your life goal, it's a lifestyle change. Do it for you. Don't stop. Keep pushing. Listen to your inner voice and keep pushing.
Thank you. That is quite the mouthful. So there you have it. Thank you, Miss Abrigo, for dropping in
For having
to
me.
Sports and You today. Keep pushing. That is it. You get on that personal mission, in the words of Miss Abrigo, and don't stop pushing. You do it for you. You don't do it for anyone else, and you will come out on top. You can, and also, just out of her story, you can take adversity. When life throws you lemons, you make lemonade. So, you
Very
know,
smart.
yes, coming out of a pandemic, we have a two-time Raw national champion and multiple medalists, and I'm sure in the future, who knows, a possible world medalist sitting with us. For I would like to blow my own trumpet here on Edu 99.7 Sports and You, but my first athlete guest, this is my second athlete guest, right after doing the interview with us here at Sports and You, he went on to pull off some heroics to ensure Guyana Harpy Eagles won the regional tournament. So, with that omen over you, I wish you much success in the future. May you go on to win much larger competitions and do great exploits for yourself and for this great nation. Thank you, Miss Abrigo. And here, even as we wrap up, let me check and see if I have any winners to the question. I don't have any winners. It is sad, but I'll give a last plug. Not just ensure that you get down there. The hot topic in the air is Kears Caribbean CrossFit next week Sunday. Your very own Paul Musil will be part. I am one of the gladiators that will be representing this soil, guarding the coast of Guyana against all foreign invaders in the fitness world. So this is your boy Paul, and on behalf of myself and Static Sean, my DJ for today, we are out of this place. See ya.